What is good? What is good? What is good? What is good? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and you know why I'm on. Y'all know why I'm on. Listen, y'all know why I came on. Everybody in America, if you a Cowboys content creator guy, you know why I'm on right now. But it's the late night hype live. That's what we talking about. But you know why I'm here. Trey Lance, hey, I'm gonna keep it real. You know what's crazy? Before I get into it, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Get up in the building, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. And I'm gonna say this before I get all into my soliloquy, if that's what we call it. That's what I'm gonna call it. I know y'all heard all this story before, but you haven't heard it from me. There you go. So, as I said before, I was at the doing my high school football game. Boo Thing, she can attest to it. Boo Thing. Shout out to everybody in the building. I say everybody in the building. The Ninja, T Smooth TV, T Texas Bread, T Smooth TV. Is that you at the April Showers? What's good, Eric? This everybody, y'all know what it is. So I'm doing my high school game, right? My phone is broke. It takes like Wi-Fi, but it don't take regular internet because it's messed up. So I'm at the high school game and they don't got no Wi-Fi up there. So I'm just, just chilling. We calling the game, whatever. I got my man's next to me. He's doing the clock. I'm announcing the game. Then out of nowhere, we just sitting there chilling. He goes, Cowboys just got Trey Lance. I was like, "Fool, stop lying. No, we didn't." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yeah, y'all did. Y'all got Trey Lance." Because I'm thinking, because he liked to joke. So I'm like, okay, dog, we ain't getting no Trey Lance. He opens his phone and said, Trey Lance traded to Dallas Cowboys from like mid-round pick. I said, oh, hell no. So I had to go with that title. Oh, hell no. So let's get to Ian Rapport right quick. Let's see what he had to say. And then let's read what John Oney say. And John Oney, for real, you got to give me props because I'm bringing mad people your way, bringing people on the PFF. They want to hear your stories. But let's bring Ian Rapport. Let's see what he had to say right quick. Yeah. There you are. See what you had to say, dog.
This trade actually started a couple days ago when it became clear the San Francisco 49ers were not going to have Trey Lance as their premium backup this year. That, of course, was Sam Darnold. So once that became evident, it was simply time for a fresh start for Trey Lance from all that they traded up for him. Remember, endless draft picks, multiple first rounders, all to Miami Dolphins just for the rights to trade for Trey Lance. I mean, that is an absolute boatload the 49ers gave up. And what they did today, shipping him to the Dallas Cowboys for just a fourth-round pick, it is essentially saying this clearly did not work out, and they are moving on in a different direction. Clearly, they believe they have their franchise starter in Brock Purdy. And for the Dallas Cowboys, what this is a fourth-rounder plus his $6 million or so, fully guaranteed for a flyer. Maybe he is your backup quarterback at some point this year. Maybe he is your backup quarterback next year. If that's the case, then the $6 million fully guaranteed is worth it. There is also the chance that Trey Lance turns into more. There were plenty of teams that liked him in the first round of the draft. Probably not where the 49ers took him, but certainly some teams that liked him in the first round. Maybe this pays off for the Dallas Cowboys, but for them, it is simply a lottery ticket, and then we'll see how he develops.
You feel me? Now let's go over here. I want to tell you what John Oney. John Oney writes for Pro Football Focus, but he did a lot of Dallas Cowboys stuff, and he writes a lot of good stuff. And he wrote this instantly after that, and I want you to check it out right quick. All right, so Cowboys shocked the world. Woo. You can read it. But just some of the things it's talking about, you pulled up a flyer. It's important to remember Trey Lance is only 23 years old. Will Levis is 24. That just shows you he's been in the league 2 years and he's still younger than Will Levis. We know what the 49ers did. They gave up the boatload to Miami. This was supposed to be their guy. He's been hurt. He's been going through things like Master P, been going through some things. But when I scroll down here, Lance has the ability to become the ideal backup for the Cowboys star quarterback Dak Prescott. Listed at 6'4", 225 pounds, Lance brings a dual threat skill set with prototypical size and special arm talent. You feel me? So shout out to Tay Cowboys because she said it yesterday when we did the late night hype 53-man roster live. She said, "We think about Trey Lance." She brought it in the air, and I said, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it." I'm down all the way down with it. You feel me? So, but this is what I'm curious, and we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna get into this right here. This one I'm scrolling down. For the Cowboys, this trade is a low risk with potential sky-high reward. If Lance fails, then it only costs them a round pick, fourth round. They've done pretty good in the fourth round. I'm going to show that too. However, if Lance does develop and starts to display the talent that made him such a coveted prospect, the Cowboys not only have the perfect backup to Prescott, but they also have an extremely valuable trade chip that can be used to recoup their fourth round pick, and potentially more. But here's what I'm scrolling down, and then we're going to talk about all of it in my head. Bam. This is the last part I want you to see. It wouldn't be surprising if the Cowboys front office signed off on this idea because it could potentially give them some leverage in the future contract negotiations with Prescott, who previously had all the leverage. If a healthy Lance does start to develop quickly under Dallas tutelage, the Cowboys can frame him as a ready-made replacement for Prescott if contract negotiations went awry. Now, while many, including me, would deem that unwise, given Prescott's standing as at least a top 12, I'm going to say top 10 NFL quarterback, it's impossible to evaluate this trade and not to think that doesn't play at least a small role. Yeah, where we at? Okay, so salute to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all in the building. We almost got 100 in the trap. Let me give a shout out. King Halloween, Rev Rebel. Hey, ho, David Jenkins. What's up, Gambino, Steve Chillin, Boothang, my dog Mel. You know what I'm saying? Just Blaze, all in the building. Paul, Raw Dog Pain, so many in the building. Keep on coming in the building. But here's the thing. You heard what I just read, right? So here's my thing. We talked about it yesterday. Take Cowboys threw it at me. I said, hell yeah, I'm down with that. But I'm wondering how much they try to ask for because, they spent a lot. So they might try to want a lot. They was talking about first rounder. I'm like, you ain't getting that for him. He ain't did nothing. So Cowboys, to me, fleeced them for the fourth round. They did well in the fourth round. Doris Armstrong Jr., Dalton Schultz. Who else they had as fourth rounders that turned out pretty good? I mean, Jake Ferguson, fourth round. Tony Pollard, fourth round. Dak Prescott, fourth round. Anthony Hitchens, fourth round. Damian Wilson, he was decent, fourth round. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Biadasz, fourth round. So Dallas done did good in the fourth round. So makes sense for them to do this, right? You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I'm all the way with this. I'm all the way with them getting that because, number one, real Will Grier, and it's a cold world because they said they cutting Will Grier after this. After this is you play this last game, you cut from us. But it's a cold world. But the Cowboys did a couple things, in my opinion. Number one, they are showing me difference. They're showing me that they trying to be like Master P and be body. You feel me? Like they're trying to show me they're trying to be body. I ain't seen Dallas do this. I ain't seen Dallas do this in a long time. They did it with Amari Cooper, but they didn't do it completely with Amari Cooper because they made the trade when it was bad. It was going crazy, and they made the trade to me maybe out of desperation, but it was still a good trade nonetheless. It helped the Cowboys. This right here is you didn't have to do this. You went and got Cooks. You went and got Gilmore. You went and drafted a defensive tackle. You feel me? Y'all went ham. Y'all and still manipulating the cap where y'all ain't been spending crazy money. Y'all still got bread. So we all been saying this is all in. What's up, Ron the Don? We've been saying this is all in. I've been saying this is all in. I've been saying I'm ready to sip the Kool-Aid. They got to have right by my mouth. This is all in. So you didn't have to go out there and do something like this. But when he became available and Tay Cowboys came at me, I'm saying, hell yeah, I would look at that. Because you need somebody that's a legit backup to Dak Prescott that's going to complement him and complement this offense. Cooper Rush, I'm not hating on Cooper Rush, and I said it even yesterday. Cooper Rush won some games. I told you Cooper Rush is not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and I didn't think he'd be on anybody else's roster except the Dallas Cowboys because they're familiar with they like him. Will Greer had moxie, but he ain't got no arm. You feel me? That's just the truth. Moxie, love it. Love how he can move in the pocket, can get you downfield, but he don't got no arm. You getting a Trey Lance who's only 23 years old, 6'4", 225, can throw the ball, got an arm. You can sit back and let him develop if you want. But that last statement that I was talking about where I read from John Oney that you don't think the Cowboys did this to say, you know what? We're going to try to develop Trey. And I feel like this is pressure on Dak. I mean, this is me. This is me saying my opinion, okay? My opinion. This is pressure on Dak now because now you got a Trey Lance who's only 23 years old. They ain't spending a lot of money on him. They can develop him. If he develops, just like John Oney says, if he develops, this is pressure now because now you have the all-in season, it feels like right now, right? So you got to make them plays. In Dallas's eyes, I feel, because they're going to look at you like, okay, we got you all the talent now. Kellen Moore's gone. We got Mike McCarthy. We got you all your guys. Dak Prescott, we got everything you want. Now you got to win. And if you don't win, now we have this. Because before, just like you said, Dak had all the leverage because who you got? Cooper Rush? Greer? You don't got nobody. And I got no trade cost, so you don't got nobody. Cowboys were looking at this, in my opinion, like, and they said they really wanted him. Brian Broder said they had a second-round grade on him. They said they really wanted him. And I love it because I feel you, because I feel like, see, this is what I love about Dak. And see, this is what make him a great quarterback, that he's not going to be like the hater, because this could be, I'm not saying it's a hater move by the front office, but this is insurance for them. This is a capable backup. We've been talking about, remember when Dak was there and Colin Kaepernick was out there and we like, get Kaepernick. Some people were out there saying it. We knew about the knee and all that stuff, but we talk about just the talent. You wanted somebody to be a backup to have that type of skill set, that if Dak went down, you had the same skill set that was coming in as a backup, so you wouldn't miss a beat. And Dallas was missing that. Cooper Rush ain't that skill set. Will Greer is more of a skill set because he can scramble in the pocket, but they ain't had that skill set. Ben DiNucci, look when they got Ben DiNucci. He was more of an athletic scrambler. They wanted somebody that could kind of match that. You feel me? Trey Lance, it made sense. You're young. You ain't going to cost a lot because they can't get a lot because you ain't played a lot. And they said they really wanted him. They had a second-round grade on him. They really wanted him. So I feel like it's insurance for Dak, for sure, but he's not ready. But I feel like this could be, we're thinking he could be our quarterback of the future. And maybe we don't know if we're going to negotiate if you don't take us to the promised land or get close to taking us to the promised land. Now maybe we might try to use chess pieces against you to say, well, Okay, well, we just ain't gonna resign you because we got a young quarterback, we got a young team. We're gonna roll with this. I feel like that's in the play too. I'm gonna just keep it real. This ain't just no we want insurance for Dak. This is we got a guy now that we liked before. He has all the ability. He's big, he's strong, got an arm, can run, whatever. We this is our chance to we ain't got to pay this guy a lot of money. We can throw that little bit of bread because if this our guy ends up being a franchise later, then this is money well spent, and we just fleeced you. You feel me? That's what they talking about. Shout out to Kenneth Lott for the $10 holla. Dak will have an elite passing offense this year, top 3 passing offense, 12th to 15th rushing offense, top 5. Lance is no threat. I hear what you're saying, Kenneth. He ain't a threat this year. What's up, Matt? I mean, y'all ain't gotta. I mean, y'all can say it ain't. I live in reality, dog. I only keep it real. He ain't no threat this year. You right, but they didn't get him for a threat this year. They got him for future, and this year is a big year. No matter what you tell me, this is a huge year. You don't think they put all they kind of chips in like this, and we ain't seen the Cowboys ever put their chips in like this? And how many years? They just let go of their boy Winter, Kellen Moore. They didn't want to. They said that was Mike McCarthy. They went out, made all these chess pieces, got all these pieces because they feel like this is all-in year. We don't win this year or we fail or we don't get close. Yeah, now we got an insurance policy. So don't tell me, you feel me, Red Rebel, shout out for the $2 holla. Don't tell me that, yeah, he ain't no threat. He ain't a threat this year, but if he develops any kind of anything, yeah, he will be a threat. Yes, it will be. And I ain't trying to be Debbie Downer because this is what I love about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott ain't going to be the selfish guy. And I ain't mad at competition. You're right. But this is how much Dak Prescott's a real pro. See, other quarterbacks would see this and be like, oh, hell no, for real? That's how you doing? That's how you going to do me? All right, then. I'll see how it is. So I ain't talking to dude. I heard, seen it from afar. Other quarterbacks do that. But Dak is not going to do that. That's what I love about Dak. Dak is going to take Trey under his wings and make him a better quarterback. Make him a better player. He's going to show him how to be a professional. He's going to show him how to be good. He's going to show him how to be great. So if the long-term situation doesn't end up being Dak, he's going to still put the team in good hands wherever he may go if it goes that route. I'm just saying, Dak is going to be the consummate pro regardless, and he's not going to be the hater of Lance. He's not going to be a hater of Lance. You feel me? And that's what I like about him because other quarterbacks will hate. You feel me? So, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but yeah, I'm telling you, real dog. This is for future, and they haven't re-signed Dak, right? They haven't negotiated with him. What up, Adam? It's been a long time. They haven't renegotiated, right? Okay, don't you buy into it. Why are you still here then? If it's a bunch of BS, they didn't re-sign, they didn't negotiate, they didn't do anything yet with Dak, have they? They haven't. Okay, so they're watching this year. No matter what anybody tells me, yeah, I know. I'm getting it cut Monday, getting it cut down because it's looking crazy. You're not gonna tell me though that they're not watching this season and watching this year, and they're gonna see how this team progress. And now we got somebody who could possibly be because you didn't have anybody before. Now you have a guy who can possibly be. So that's going to come into play. In my opinion, you saw John Oney say it. So I ain't the only one that's thinking it. So my thing is, I love the pick. I love it. I'm not mad at it at all. So don't think I'm being salty, like, oh, I'm mad that they did this. No, I feel like you got to protect your organization as a team. Like, I love Dak. I love Michael Parsons, but I also love my Dallas Cowboys. And eventually, Michael Parsons ain't going to be there. Eventually, Dak ain't going to be there, but I'm going to still love my Dallas Cowboys, right? So it ain't about the player, it's about the Cowboys. So they did the smart move for the organization. Now you have a legit backup. Now you have a guy that has talent, and now you have a guy that could be your future. We don't know how long Dak is much longer is with Dallas. Dak is going to be with Dallas. We hope that he can win some things before maybe his tenure is possibly up. But they're doing the smart thing as an organization to cover themselves, so we have somebody for the future, and we don't have to draft use a first round pick on him. We don't have to go out there and use a first round pick, trade up, and get rid of 3 or 4 picks in 1 year to get a player. We only spent a 4th rounder to get a player that possibly could be our future, and he has all the athletic skills to be that. So that was smart on the Cowboys to do that as an organization. But you best believe, in my opinion, this now it's going to be a negotiation piece. Now it could be a piece that could be used later on down the line. So all I'm saying is to keep your eye on it. I'm not mad at what they did. I'm not mad at it. I want to see Trey Lance develop. I would love to see it in that offense eventually. But right now, this is Dak's team, and this is Dak's time to go ahead and show and prove. You got a great backup that could be a great backup for you. Now, this is your time to go ahead and take it. I think this will be even more motivation to go ahead and win this damn thing. You feel me? And even more motivation to shut up the naysayers. So, like I said, I think it's all good all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I love how they did it. And this is another thing that, I mean, I like how I can't sit there and call Stephen Jones baby nuts right now. You feel me? I'm going to call you baby nuts Jones if you're doing baby nuts things, right? If you're doing baby nuts things, then you baby nuts Jones. But you've been growing them nuts. Like you've been trying to throw them nuts out there, big nuts. Been trying to throw them out there. Like maybe you've been hearing it. I know you've been hearing Cat Boy. I know you hear that. Maybe you not been hearing baby nuts, but you should. You had to hear baby nuts somewhere out there, dog. Steven, y'all listen to us. Y'all hear us out there in these streets. So I know you heard Cat Boy. I know you probably heard baby nuts, and you probably was tired of hearing that shit, right? You feel me? You was probably tired of hearing all that noise. So maybe that's why you got hella aggressive to shut people up. Because we know shut up signings, but these was real shut up signings. These weren't fake shut up signings. It wasn't a fake shut up signing when you got Brandon Cooks, and then you fleeced them. They wanted hella cash and bread, all that stuff. Y'all said, nope, we're gonna wait y'all out, waited them out, and got them for the low. You got Gilmore for the low. So you just got Trey Lance for the low. You feel me? So I can't get mad at the organization right now because y'all showing cojones. You feel me? Y'all showing big nuts right now. Oh, yeah, get them likes up. We only got what? Oh, we can't have that now, can we? I know you got more than that. We got to have more than that. Not in the chat. Hit that like button right now. You feel me? Hit that like button right now. Please do. Don't play around. If you're in there, hit it. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. It's free. But all the things that I just talked to y'all about, that's all things you really need to look at because it's real. I'm not lying about it. I'm not lying about any of it. Oh yeah, we got likes on here. We got like 62 likes. Keep them up. Keep them up. I don't know what the cap is yet. Oh, we definitely ain't doing no trade, no D Law and Gallup. We trying to be all in. You feel me? What's up, Rico? But as I said before, man, I'm this feels good. I like how the Cowboys. Yes, Mel. I mean, you're being smart. This is it right here. I mean, this is everything right here. The Cowboys are positioning themselves to be okay if Dak is out, and guess what? Guess what? Dak could be gone in a couple years. You feel me? And we already talked about it on Burgers and Blitzes that, and this is funny. I can't wait to get Mike White on here because we've been talking about this same thing about how Dak. This is pay him or restructured or whatever, and then in a couple years he could be gone and they can move on. And I'm not saying move on from Dak. I'm just saying I feel like this is the game this is the game that's being set up to where if it don't work in these next couple of years, now we got a guy, if he sits back for a couple of years and develop, we're going to go ahead and move on because he's only going to be 25 years old. And we're going to go ahead and try it. Our team ain't going to be old. We still going to have a relatively young. We still going to be drafting, keeping our guys. This is positioning themselves for the future, for the now and for the future. For the now for Dak, for the future, if not Dak. And I feel like that's what this move did. And that's what this move said. And that's what this move all the way did and done. So, let's get it. You feel me? This is what if you're trying to be a great team, in my opinion, this is what a great team does. And too many times Dallas has gotten their way of doing things like this. Right? Too many times we've been, why ain't Dallas doing this? And why Dallas don't make this move? And how come Dallas don't do that? And Dallas need to do this. And I've been on that train of y'all need to step up. And I've never said anything about Stephen Jones about the cap because he knows how to manage that damn cap like no other. But the things that we've been screaming about, they're doing. So if they're doing those things that we've been saying they need to do, then I can't keep calling you baby nuts. You feel me? Because you're stepping out of that realm. You're doing what a team that is a championship team, that's what they do, right? We was getting mad at the Eagles. Man, they keep getting in the first round. They trading players and getting players and this and that. How come we ain't doing that? Well, what happened? What did Dallas just do? And for real, it's been since McCarthy, dog. And that's why I feel like it's a belief in McCarthy, in my opinion. There wasn't that belief in Garrett because I feel like that was Jerry's guy and he just wanted to, I don't know if it was Steven's guy. It could have been. I don't know. Just felt like that was Jerry's guy. And they just want to put him on the pedestal. And I don't want to keep talking about him, but damn it, look what they did with him and look at what they're doing with McCarthy. I feel like, and yes, Jerry's getting older, but I feel like it's a whole different switch. But you switch or you do more things for guys that have won. You really going to do a lot for a guy, you could, but are you really going to do a lot for a guy, give him this and give him that? He ain't really did nothing. You going to make sure that guy who did something, you going to get him plenty because you know if you get him plenty, he going to probably win with that. Mr. Marcus, I love it. You feel me? So that look at since McCarthy has been there, the dynamic has been better. There's been more gambling. There's been more cojones. There's been more trades. There's been more, we're going to try to make this happen. And I believe they believe because you've been there and done it. But you're right, Chris. It's on the players now. There ain't no excuses. And as I said before, on my video with Micah Parsons, go hit that like button on that Micah Parsons video. I think it was a real video, and I think you should like it because it's talking real stuff, man. We got a guy in Micah Parsons, dog, who is really about that championship life. And then people get mad at it. Like I listen to Cowboys fans talking about telling Micah Parsons doesn't need to be quiet. I just hear all this talk. This ain't talk, dog. This is somebody said, look, I don't give a hell. I'm tired of finishing second. I'm tired of sitting on the couch watching these teams get to these damn playoffs and Super Bowls, and we should be there. I'm tired of it. And people getting mad at that? Isn't that what we've been wanting from our Cowboys players? I'm confused. That's what we've been wanting, right? We've been wanting players like that don't give a hell. Super Bowl bust. We don't get the Super Bowl season was trash. You feel me? That's what I want to hear from my guys, from my dogs. And he ain't just saying it because he's a regular player. He's an animal. He's a beast. He's one of the best in the league. And he's saying, I don't give a hell. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the endorsements. I'm already get that. I want championships. I want Super Bowls. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys. That's where we need to be. And that's what I said. Everybody needs to have that mindset. And when I see the Cowboys doing what they've been doing the past year and then going out and getting a Trey Lance for a fourth rounder, that's telling me Y'all on that shit. So now it's up to the players. And don't come with the okie doke players. Hey ho, shout out to Jay Abram for the $20 holla. Donation. Appreciate the live third shift content, bro. You know what it is. Appreciate you. But dog, we've been wanting this from our players. So we get mad when they get no. I want my players. I want Michael Parsons. I want everybody. Because I said this, I said it earlier, and I ain't trying to diss nobody. But I don't want to hear the players saying, we'll see y'all in Vegas. No, we ain't did nothing yet. Dallas ain't did nothing yet. I want to hear them saying, it's either the Super Bowl or our season is a failure. And that's it. And I don't care about nothing else. That's what I want to hear from my players, dog. Because if everybody really gets like that, everybody starts coming in a little bit earlier. That's what championship teams are made of, dog. I've been around it. I've coached. It was in youth football, but it wasn't kiddies. These were older kids. I won championships. I know. And I've been seeing championships. And I know when they all start getting to one mind, coming together early in the morning, talking every day, working out every day, conversating every day, being around each other every day. It's a real thing. That's what I want these Cowboys to do, because if they do that, they can win this, dog. I said Cowboys wouldn't win another Super Bowl long Jerry Jones is owner. I said that numerous times. But I'm allowed to change that if I see the change, and I've said that. And I never thought they would change, but I'm seeing change. I'm seeing change. And when I see change, that makes it easier for me to not trip. Because now I see the organization is trying to do everything in its power to make the team great instead of being in the way. And that's been the problem. Instead of doing everything they could to make this team great, they've been in the way. And now it seems like they getting out the way. Remember I told you about Paul Brown over there with them Bengals was in the way. Moved out the way, they went to a Super Bowl. What up, Justin? Yes, sir, you have Ron the Don Matt. You feel me? So I don't think it's I don't think it's a shot at Dak, but I think they're covering their tracks. If it fails with Dak, or if Dak ain't here in a couple of years, he decides to move on. Yeah, this is covering the tracks, and this is what a smart organization does. And you got a talented player, so I can't get mad at that. So I love what the boys did. This should be more fire for you as a competitor to bring the chip home now. I mean, we're tired of talking about it. We've been seeing too many of these other teams get there before us. And hopefully the organization is tired of seeing it, because damn sure the fans are tired of seeing it, and we've been saying it long enough. And it seems like the organization is hearing our cries, saying, okay, we actually listen to your cries. We ain't just hearing y'all yell. We're actually going out there and doing it because, yes, we need to get back to winning championships. That's what Dallas Cowboys are about. Feel me? So I'm excited. Make sure, because I ain't gonna talk all night, because we got a show in the morning. It's already in the morning, but we got a show in the morning. Appreciate everybody in the building. Everybody in the building. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate the shout outs. Appreciate everybody in the building. Love everybody. How about them Cowboys all day, right? But make sure y'all here tomorrow. What's up, Benjamin Robinson? What's up with you, big dog? Yes, we definitely need a linebacker, a veteran linebacker, I'm going to say, because I don't trust the guys right now. I love Devin Harper, but I don't know if he's ready. Jabril Cox, I definitely just don't think he's ready. And, oh, my God, it hurts with Overshown, because he was ready for real. He was ready for all that work and that action. He was, defense was always going to be fire. Overshown would have played this year. Oh, my God, but guess what? That's future. That's future. So get better, Overshown. Get better, John Stevens. Y'all going to be there. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Best of Enemies going down, 11 a.m. I need all my Cowboys people in the buildings. Don't feel people over there be just talking. We need to always be thicker than them in the chats, and we always are. You feel me? We always are thicker than them in the chats. 11 a.m. tomorrow, Best of Enemies. We need to always beat them, override them. We need to, if they got Philly people in his chat, 50 or something, we need to have like 100 something over here. You feel me? We need to always outnumber them in their chat every single time. Y'all hear me? Every single time we need to outnumber them. And we're going to talk about a lot of things. And we're going to talk about preseason MVPs, offensive players, defensive players for his team, my team. And then we're going to go at it. Eagles just lost against them Colts, but it's right around the corner. And I like how the Cowboys said, hey, we out there making moves too. We ain't standing pat neither. So it's going to be a banger with these Cowboys Eagles this year. I'm ready to whoop their ass, but I'm ready to get that Best of Enemies podcast in tomorrow. You feel me? So make sure y'all are in. What's up, Trey? In there deep. You feel me? Deep. So we can go kick it and override them Eagles because it's their time to go down. Y'all know, I'm tired of hearing all that noise from them. It's time to just have them go down. So I appreciate everybody in the building. It's going down. Oh, and one more thing. Got a surprise podcast starting this Thursday. Maybe every Thursday, but got a surprise podcast. Got a little thing, was in the works. Been talking to some people. Appreciate you, Rico. So I got a surprise podcast coming down Thursday. You know we do Burgers and Blitzes, The Final Word, Best of Enemies. But now we got another one I think you're going to like, and I'm got to get the name formulating the name right now. But we're looking at every Thursdays for this one to go down, and I think you're going to like it too. Feel me? You're going to like this one. I think you're going to like it. I definitely think you're going to like it. So y'all know what it is, man. We're going to be doing more of these late night hype lives. I like the late night hype lives. So I like y'all being in the building deep on the late night hype live. Appreciate all y'all. You know, appreciate you, Ron. We're going to leave it with How About Them Cowboys. I love it. I will play something else. But right now, for real, it's really How About Them Cowboys because our boys are making moves. They ain't playing around. They ain't standing pat. They're doing the real deal. They're doing the right thing. They're being a responsible organization, and they're doing it for not only themselves, but the fans that we've been screaming and crying. They're saying we're tired of failing, and this is a step in the right direction of being a team that's back where it's supposed to be. So make sure y'all in the building tomorrow. You'll feel me? Y'all know what it is. Tomorrow, Best of Enemies. How about them Cowboys? Click, clack, pow, boys. Make it say wow, boys. Feel me? Silver and Blue done did it again. Let's get it, baby. Love y'all. Big Game James. I'm out on the Late Night Hype Live. Peace.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
How about them Cowboys? Click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Big game, first name James. He interviewed, he called the games. Silver Blue, you know the name. From the Emmitt Smith to the Michael Irv. We beating skins, shooting birds. I see a banker snatch it out his fur. Favorite team on the planet Earth. From Monday night to Sunday church. DJ putting in the work. I'm tuning in, no need to search. Through thick and thin and good and worse. Them Cowboys, click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the